Hi, this is John Cunningham with Coldwell Banker, and I've got my friend David Schwartz with Advantage Inspection Service with me, and I wanted to talk with David today about the process of selecting a good home inspector. David, can you think of 3 things that would be important for our viewers to think on as they go through that process?
Yeah, John, thanks for inviting me here today. I think the key to finding a good home inspector is actually first look to your agent and talk to your agent about who they know and who they trust, and because they're at work every day meeting and interacting with home inspectors, so they will know in most cases. Realize though, legally speaking, they probably need to just give you a reference of 3 companies, and that's, we'll just want to give you the name of 3 companies, but if you beg or plead with them, they might give you 1 or 2 that they really like.
What else could somebody do to just ensure that they feel like they're looking at some good candidates?
Well, home inspection is a communication business, so you need to find the best and the brightest communicator out there. And so that means both in written form and in verbal presentation of the findings of the report. The state of Arizona licenses home inspectors, so fortunately they dictate our conduct, and what we have to do if we find an adverse condition, we have to advise you whether to have it reviewed further by an expert, whether to monitor the condition, or whether to consult a contractor immediately because it needs repair without question. And so what I would advise doing is look on their website or ask them directly to email you a copy of their report, because you want to be sure that as you read the words that are written, you can determine whether you're supposed to get further review done, just monitor it, or take action. And some of the reports out there are difficult to read, and you want to find one you understand. And
I would suppose during the actual physical inspection itself, if the home buyer is going to be present during some point during the inspection, that's ideal, so that there can be some conversation, right?
Exactly. It's common, and some buyers are taken aback by the fact that most home inspectors prefer to have the client arrive at about the last half hour of the physical inspection and remain for a full wrap-up at the end. And some people want to be there the whole time, and most home inspectors are fine with that, but I think it's best for some home inspectors to have some alone time to focus on the home and not have to worry about caring for the needs of the buyer at that moment. Let them find the issues, summarize their thoughts so that they can present them to you at a slightly later time.
That makes a lot of sense. How about investigating credentials? What can somebody do to find out if the inspectors that they are considering are credentialed properly?
That's where I was going next. That's number 3. Thank you. The other thing, obviously, is experience. You want somebody that's experienced, a company that's been around and has longevity. And so you're going to want to be careful. A lot of home inspectors will exaggerate their experience, and they might include past time in another trade as part of their home inspection experience, but it's really not home inspection experience. So you can ask them how many inspections have they performed. That's important to know. In my personal opinion, a home inspector is well seasoned at no less than 1,000 inspections. Once you cross that line, something happens in the mind of a home inspector. It's just an opinion, but it's a good number. There's other credentials. The American Society of Home Inspectors, or ASHI. If you find a certified member of ASHI, they require at least 250 inspections in order to be a certified member, and passage of exams and continuing education as well, which the state of Arizona does not require.
So it's additional credentials required by ASHI in order to be a certified member, correct?
Exactly.
Okay. How long has Advantage been at this, and roughly how many inspections does your company have under their belt?
Sure. Yeah, we started out long ago, back in the 80s. So we've been at it 22 years, and that's literal home inspection years, and we've done over 40,000 inspections. We have 8 inspectors, all immensely qualified, and I actually serve at the state where home inspectors are regulated, where we review their reports for compliance with the standards and work through complaints against home inspectors.
David, is there anything else in closing that you can think of that somebody would want to do in order to just make certain that they're picking the right home inspector?
Yeah, it's certainly fundamental, and probably the first step you should take is to make sure at the Board of Technical Registration where we're licensed, it's www.btr.state.az, that the home inspector's license is current. And so you can check that easy at the website and just make sure their license is current. We have had trouble lately in a down economy where home inspectors are actually not licensed and out there doing work. And then one final note is make sure they have errors and omissions and general liability insurance for your protection.
Okay. David, thank you for coming in today. And for those of you viewing this this video today, if you're needing a home inspector, feel free to call Advantage Inspections. Their number's scrolling across the screen there. If you'd like more information about the home inspection process, you can always email me at john@biltmore.etc.com. Thank you.